Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube world. It's your boy Jeremy Marquez with J Marqeting. We call you close, power prospecting, and now on to the doors. Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks for tuning in. It is 10:11 here on Thursday, 2/3/22. Man, time is flying by when you're closing deals and having fun, right? So I wanted to hop on and do a quick live because cold calling, far from done. I picked up the phone the other day and created an opportunity that's going to gross about $25,000. Drove by, saw the property, pulled the public records, did some skip tracing, talked to the seller. She's already thinking about selling. So I found a property that was spot on. I can train you guys to do that. I just learned how to, well, I've been able to, like, listen, I've been doing this stuff for many, many years without actually doing it. Okay. So now that I have a little bit of guidance, I'm doing it. So I saw this property, right? I drove by. I was like, man, that property, I bet you the owners would sell it. And my mind's thinking, man, I wonder how much they would sell it for, right? So I put the address down in my phone, created a little list, and told the seller, hey, I'm Jeremy. I'm a local investor. I was driving and I saw your property. I looked it up and I wanted to call to see if you would consider selling. And not just the art of shutting the fuck up, right? The art of knowing when to not talk. She started telling me everything, right? The whole rundown, everything. She told me stuff that not even real estate related. I know her very well now. I'll probably end up knowing her for the rest of our lives. So, have a call later today. Gonna get that into contract and then place that with the end buyer and get the assignment on it. And that's how you do a wholesale transaction. Some of you guys know that I'm a big time Sacramento Kings fan. Went to the game last night and we got a win. We beat the Nets. It was a fun game, man. They were losing and then they came back. The crowd got real into it, and I'm real hype at the games, like defense, defense, right? I get hype. Like when I go to Sacramento Kings games, it's one of the best things that I can do. It's like my entertainment. Live sporting events, soccer, baseball, basketball, football, anything. Like I'm a sports junkie, but just being at live sporting events, if it's my team or some other team, I don't care. Professional sporting events, it's just awesome, right? Ever since, back in the day, we created arenas and had sporting events, some sort of sport competition. And guess what, guys? That discipline, that drive, that competitive spirit, that applies in business as well. My passion. This is me. Everything I'm doing here is integrated into my bones. Okay. I don't do things in my life that I don't thoroughly enjoy, that I don't thoroughly get vested in. I don't just hit the tip of the iceberg just to see what I can do with it. Like if I'm interested and if I think I'm gonna work with it, I'm gonna work with it, right? I'm gonna wrap my noodle around that thing and I'm gonna understand it and I'm gonna make it my own. And what is it? It can be anything. Right now, it is the investment side of real estate. It is figuring out different ways to convert more on my end, right? It is cold calling. it is enhancing my skill set and my knowledge to continue to do great things in this industry and in this world. Guys, I'm a nothing to something. All right? My family had nothing when we were kids, right? I'm 40 years old now. I'm a product of two two great humans who are still around to this day that, guys, we didn't know that we were poor. We had everything. And my friends I grew up with, they're like, their families were pretty well off. Like a lot of they didn't all both, they had some money, right? My mom, my dad, public service workers, okay? They work in the public service, uh, government officials, like social services, right? Not government officials. They're not government officials. Now, my dad could be a politician. People will vote for my dad, but no, man. My father works with uh, mentally disabled adults. My mother used to work with lower income youth, and they're still involved in just the community, right? Where am I going with this? So, I wasn't one of those kids that when you're 16, you get your new car. No way, man. I didn't even get to drive when I was 16. So, I started working when I was 15 years old. I started learning early about money. I was an entrepreneur kid. Okay. When I was a kid, I started businesses without like having a legitimate like formation of a business, but I would have different hustles, different grinds that I really would take serious and mastermind and get my noodle wrapped around it and go all the way in. The one that I can think of that I talk about the most is my lawn care service company, J and J Lawn Mowing Young Men. J&J Lawn Mowing Young Men. That was the name of the company, yo. My boy Jake McGuire, Jeremy Marquez, J&J or J&M, it didn't really matter. We were the lawn mowing young men. We would roll up and down the street with our lawn mowers, our edgers, our rakes, our blowers, and we would undercut the competition and do better work. And we were from the neighborhood. Straight up, we had a couple of houses on my block and a couple of houses on his block. We had it going for months. Didn't go forever because we were both heavily involved in social stuff like sports and other things. We were kids, man, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. We were mowing our parents' lawn, getting a few bucks. So we were like, man, why don't we mow their lawn, and get a few bucks, right? The neighbors knew us. The neighbors saw us mowing our parents' lawn. They see us do a great job. They'd pay us. We're like, man, they'd probably pay us to do it. And next thing you know, we see their lawn service guy come. I'm like, man, I'm thinking, man, I wonder how much they're paying that guy. I'm 7 years old thinking this. I wonder how much they're paying that guy. Then I'm thinking, man, okay, well, I can probably charge them a little bit less, be from the neighborhood, do a little bit better work, earn their business. Sure enough, not all of them switched over to me, but a few of them did, and I was a 7-year-old kid that knocked on their door. Hey, I'm Jeremy. I live across the street. Blah blah blah. We mow people's house. We mow lawns for money. I see you guys have a lawn care service, man. Would you like us to do the work instead? Most of them didn't really take us serious because we were kids. A few of them ate it up and loved it, and a few of them were loyal to their guy. I'm sharing this stuff, guys, because look, it's ingrained, right? To be able to create. So today, what we're working on now is a couple of things. Okay. So We Call You Close is my virtual ISA service. I've built my business around an ISA, inside sales assistance, virtual assistant, cold calling specialty, right? You can be a VA doing anything. You can be a virtual assistant, helping with admin stuff, tasks, technology. My services are geared towards sales. Real estate professionals hire me to be their virtual sales team and make calls, create opportunities, set appointments. So I've taken that to another level, right? Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm rolling out a new program within We Call You Close in a couple of markets. Okay. Um, Over the last couple of years, the main service that I provide when you hire me to call is exclusive, right? One agent per market. Okay. And I charge for that value as well, right? 3, 4, 5, $6,000 a month plus bonuses a month, right? There's usually I can only work with 3, 4, 5 agents at a time. So one, not all of you guys could afford that, right? Only a select group of agents that are killing it. So I would only work with people that are doing 3 or more transactions a month, 30 a month. You're killing it. The budget's there. You're too busy to call, so it makes sense to hire me to make these calls for you. Call expireds, call FISBO, circle prospecting. Yes, we love it. We do it. I've created a process and a system that I can train people on now. They can do it themselves. I can train the VAs. I can train ISAs to do exactly how I do what I do for you guys, right? So now imagine this. So we have a group of you guys. Uh, so 6 agents. Let's just say a town, Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, there's six of you agents that have engaged with me, 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time. You guys don't know each other. I'm working with you guys, setting you guys up. But basically, it's a group that we're constantly prospecting for, right? Every single time that I generate a lead, an opportunity, an appointment, something that requires a realtor's attention. Remember, this is a man-made opportunity. A lot of the competitors out there are doing but they have machines, algorithms, great. Stuff works. This is fusion. Old school methods with the cold calling, door knocking, right? Fused with technology. All you're doing is plugging into the group. Only 6 of you per market, right? So I'm going to cap it at 6, right, until we see how it goes. And I'm only going to open it up in about 4 markets to see how it goes for February and March. Okay. So that means that 6 of you in 4 markets, 20, 30 of you agents are going to be able to get on board with this today. Okay. Today, tomorrow. I'm already launching this in Sacramento and in a market in Florida. So keep that in mind. It's already rolling. Before in the exclusive, now that's not going away. And if you're an agent and you just want to have an exclusive one-on-one type thing and you want me to call for you, we still have that available. But this is opening it up to where it's not an exclusive type thing, right? Now, it's really simple to get going because in the past, I would utilize your Red X, your Vulcan, your Mojo that you already have set up, and I would work out of your systems, right? In this program, I'm going to be providing the platforms and the data. I'm going to manage all of that because it's a way of also me proving my process and my system and integrating that into what we're doing here, right? And so what that means for you is you don't got to provide anything. We don't have to work from your systems. I have all of that in place. So how does it work? Yeah, you guys are going to get a bunch of leads, appointments, great. But you're like, okay, so what does Jeremy get? What's he going to charge? Okay, great. Here's the cool thing. It's only a retainer to get going. Okay. A retainer. So you get it back on the first few deals. I'll explain. Okay. In Sacramento, I'm opening it up at $3,000 retainer for the year. One-time retainer, you pay that, and then 25% of the gross commission income revenue. So you make 10 grand on a deal, 25% goes to us as our fee, $2,500, right? However, because you've already paid that $3,000 retainer to get going, the first few deals that you do, you keep that money in your pocket because you've already paid the retainer. So that's how your funds are recouped. Yeah, works out great. Now, the retainer, I'm going to use that for systems, for more data, to pay the lights, all of that, right? So Details, we can talk. I can answer questions. Blah blah blah. It's real simple, guys. You pull the trigger. You're just put into the program, round robin, right? When I create a lead, when I create an appointment, it's going to be 6 of you in the group in Omaha or whatever city, Sacramento, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Rancho Cucamonga, right? Doesn't matter. There's going to be a group of you. Leads are going to be churned out every single day. Appointment, 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 follow up, appointment, blah, blah. Okay, going to go to agent one to begin with. Agent one has 1 hour from the time that it's given to that agent to reach out to that seller and just to say hello. Simple communication is all that we need in that first hour. All right. And then in the group, I'm gonna give you guys access to like a private group, either a Discord or most likely we'll do it on Discord. I like Discord now. I just kind of gotten used to it now. I've gotten familiar with it. It's a great way to place communicate. Discord, check it out. I'm not linked with those guys, but I do use it. So we'll create a Discord for each group, and then we'll have 1 hour, and you just take a screenshot of the text message, or just let us know, hey, yeah, I spoke to Steve. I'm going to be going out there tomorrow to do the CMA. Right? Boom. That's awesome. So that's yours. Now, if you don't get in contact with him within the hour, okay. Well, we're going to throw it back in. We're going to throw it back into the shark tank. All right. We're going to let the other 5 have at it, and it's getting whoever grabs it. Now it doesn't stay, they're still staying in the rotation. That's just one that didn't get contacted in the hour. Now whoever grabs that and confirms that they're working it, hey, that's yours. That's how it's going to be to begin with, round robin. And then you have 1 hour. Now, when I get off the phone with that seller, when I get off the phone with that homeowner, and they know that we're going to be communicating, they're expecting you to reach out within the hour. I'm letting them know that you're going to communicate, right? One of our top listing agents will be reaching out within the hour just to introduce themselves. Okay, great. Well, then we'll see you Sunday at 11 a.m. One of our top listing professionals will come out, will reach out within the hour to introduce themselves. Thank you for your time. That's just after I set the appointment or after I convert the data to a lead, right? Okay, so I want to make this video for the content. It is Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. I am Jeremy Marquez. That is the new update on We Call You Close. I'm going to come back a little bit later this afternoon and make some calls with you guys and talk some trash. We're going to do that over on Facebook mostly. So if you guys have questions, comments, or anything like that, just hit me up in the summary or on my channel. You find ways to get a hold of me. 916-538-0576. Just in case you're old school, you can hand dial it. You can even put a little note on a pigeon, send that thing out, say, hey, go to J Marqeting. It will show up. Let's get it. But hey, make sure you do the follow up on that pigeon because the fortune's in the follow up.